Did you know that Ryan Giggs, one of Manchester United's greatest legends, actually started his journey in Manchester City's academy? Just like Giggs, Manchester City has been the launching pad for some incredible talent, including Jeremy Frimpong, who rose through their ranks to become one of the world's top fullbacks. In this video, we're diving into the stories of 10 forgotten gems from Man City's academy. Players who began their careers in blue before making their mark elsewhere. Starting at number 1 is Daniel Sturridge. Daniel Sturridge is a name that many football fans will recognise, but not everyone knows he started his journey at Manchester City's academy. Sturridge joined City's youth setup as a young teenager and quickly made a name for himself with his natural goal-scoring ability. Although he didn't stay at City for long, he made a significant impact during his time there, making 32 senior appearances and scoring 6 goals. Sturridge's time at City laid the foundation for what would become a successful career. He moved to Chelsea, where he continued to develop, and then to Liverpool, where he truly shined. His stint at Liverpool was particularly impressive as he formed a deadly partnership with Denis Suarez, almost leading the team to a Premier League title in 2014. While his career had its ups and downs, with injuries hampering his progress, Sturridge's early development at Manchester City was crucial in shaping him into the talented striker who became one of the most recognisable names in English football. Now, next on the list is Denis Suarez. Denis Suarez may not be as widely recognised as some of our other footballers, but his development at Manchester City's academy was crucial for his career. Suarez joined City's youth setup in 2011 as a highly rated talent from Spain. At the time, City was building its reputation as a club that could attract promising young players from across Europe, and Suarez fit that mould perfectly. During his time at City's academy, Suarez showcased his technical ability and football intelligence, qualities that marked him as a potential future star. He primarily played as an attacking midfielder, where his vision and passing skills stood out. However, despite his potential, breaking into the first team at City was always going to be a tough task. Given the club's growing roster of established stars, Suarez ultimately made a few appearances for City's senior team, but it was clear that his development needed regular first-team football. This led to him moving to Barcelona, where he continued to hone his skills. Over the years, Suarez has played for various clubs, including Villarreal, Arsenal and Celta Vigo, but his foundational years at Manchester City's academy were crucial in shaping him to be the player he became. On to the third player on the list. 3. Jeremy Frimpong. After that impressive last season, it's safe to say Jeremy Frimpong is one of the best fullbacks in the world currently. He was solid defensively, scored a number of clutch goals, and indeed, Leverkusen would not have gone on an unbeaten streak without him. Born in the Netherlands, Frimpong moved to England at a young age and joined City's youth setup at just 9 years old. His time at the academy was pivotal in shaping his footballing journey, as he was developed into a dynamic right-back with an eye for both defence and attack. Frimpong spent nearly a decade at Manchester City, progressing through the ranks and learning the fundamentals that would later define his style of play. He was known for his speed, dribbling and tenacity, and soon became a standout player in the academy, often catching the eye with his ability to surge forward from the back. Despite his potential, breaking into City's star-studded first team was always going to be a challenge. In 2019, Frimpong made the decision to move to Celtic in search of regular first-team football. This move paid off as he quickly became a key player for the Scottish club, showcasing the skills and maturity he developed at City. Now with Bayer Leverkusen, Frimpong continues to build on the foundation laid during his formative years at Manchester City's academy, and he's no doubt one of the world's best fullbacks alongside his Leverkusen mate, Grimaldo. But like Frimpong, Kieran Trippier is another fullback who began his journey as a professional footballer at Manchester City's academy. 4. Kieran Trippier. It was there he spent his formative years developing the skills that would eventually see him become one of England's top right-backs. Although he faced stiff competition within the academy, Trippier's talent and work ethic were evident from the start. During his time at City, Trippier was known for his defensive solidity, excellent crossing ability, and his knack for reading the game. But as one would expect, breaking into the first team at a club with such high ambitions proved to be a tough challenge, especially given the wealth of talent at City's disposal. To gain experience, Trippier was loaned out to Barnsley, where he impressed with his consistent performances. Realising that first-team opportunities at City might remain limited, Trippier eventually made his permanent move to Burnley in 2012. This decision marked the beginning of his rise in English football, leading to successful spells at Tottenham Hotspur and later Atletico Madrid. Today, Trippier is celebrated as a reliable right-back for Newcastle and the England national team, but his grounding in City's academy played a crucial role in his early development. The same can be said for Jadon Sancho. 5. Jadon Sancho. Many started to know Sancho during his time at Dortmund, but in fact, his rise to football stardom can be traced back to his time at Manchester City's academy. He joined the academy at the age of 14 after starting his journey with Watford's youth system. At City, Sancho quickly made a name for himself with his dazzling dribbling skills, quick feet, and ability to take on defenders with ease. He was one of the standout players in City's youth setup, showcasing a level of talent and confidence that set him apart from his peers. Despite his promise, Sancho's path to the first team at Manchester City wasn't straightforward. With the club regularly bringing in world-class players, Sancho saw limited opportunities to break into the senior squad. This led to his decision to leave Manchester City in 2017 at just 17 years old in search for more first-team chances. Sancho's move to Borussia Dortmund proved to be a masterstroke. Although he may be having a rough patch with Man United currently, in Germany he was a different beast and one of Europe's most exciting young talents alongside his teammate Haaland. This next one will shock you, but before that, now, the next person on the list. 6. Ryan Giggs. Yes, you heard that right. The legendary Manchester United winger spent his early footballing years as part of Manchester City's academy. It might come as a surprise to many given his iconic status at Old Trafford, but Giggs actually started his youth career with United's rivals. Born in Cardiff, Wales, Giggs moved to Manchester at a young age, where his football journey began. He joined Manchester City's School of Excellence and showed promise as a young talent. However, his time at City's academy was brief. Manchester United's legendary manager Sir Alex Ferguson was quick to notice Giggs' potential. Ferguson famously visited Giggs at his home on his 14th birthday, offering him the chance to join United's youth ranks. The offer was too good to refuse, and Giggs made the switch to United, marking the beginning of a remarkable career. At United, Giggs blossomed into one of the greatest players in Premier League history, winning 13 league titles and countless other honours. An absolute legend for United. Now let's talk about a legend in the making, Michael Olise. 7. Michael Olise. Olise may now be playing for Bayern, but his football journey has roots in England, specifically at Manchester City's academy. Michael Olise is a very creative attacker with a good eye for goal, and he was part of City's youth setup where he perfected his skills and developed the foundation of his game. Although he didn't break through the first team at City, the time spent in their academy played a crucial role in shaping his career. Olise's potential was evident early on, with his technical ability and vision marking him out as a standout talent. But like most of his mates, in search of regular first-team football, he made the decision to move away from City, eventually joining Reading in the Championship. It was at Reading where Olise truly came into his own, showcasing his talent on a bigger stage and earning the attention of top European clubs. His performances caught the eye of Crystal Palace, where he continued to impress in the Premier League before making the jump to Bayern. Olise is one of the most exciting talents in the world. Even his recent performance for France in the Olympics made this even more obvious. If he can stay fit, he's going to the very top. About time we talked about a goalkeeper. 8. Loris Karius. Loris Karius may have played for some top European clubs, but he began his football journey in Manchester City's academy. Although he's mostly known for his time at Liverpool where he experienced both highs and lows, it's worth noting that City played a crucial role in his early development. Karius joined Manchester City's youth setup in 2009 when he was just 16 years old. The German goalkeeper spent 2 years at the club, learning his trade and refining his skills under the guidance of experienced coaches. Although he never made his senior appearance for City, the time he spent in their academy laid a strong foundation for his professional career. In search of regular team football, Karius moved back to Germany, joining Mainz. It was here that he established himself as a reliable shot stopper, earning a move to Liverpool in 2016. Back to an outfield player, this time Adrian Rabiot. 9. Adrian Rabiot. Yet another name that catches you by surprise is Rabiot. The French midfielder who has been a key player for Juventus actually spent some time in Manchester City's academy. Although he's more closely associated with his time at Paris Saint-Germain, Rabiot's brief stint with City is an interesting moment in his early development. Rabiot joined Manchester City's youth setup in 2008 when he was just 13 years old. His stay in Manchester was short-lived and only lasted a few months, but it gave him exposure to the English style of play and the competitive environment of a top-tier club's academy. Despite the brief period, this experience added to his versatility as a player, combining technical skills with the physicality often demanded in English football. After leaving City, Rabiot returned to France and joined PSG's youth academy, where he truly began to make a name for himself. Over the years, he's developed into a well-rounded midfielder, known for his composure on the ball, tactical awareness, and ability to contribute both defensively and offensively, just like Ben Mee. 10. Ben Mee. He's probably the least famous on this list, but Ben Mee's early development can be traced back to City. Ben Mee joined City's academy at a young age, developing his skills and understanding of the game in one of England's top footballing environments. Despite showing promise, breaking into the first team at City was always going to be a tough challenge, given the high level of competition and the club's tendency to bring in established international stars. In 2011, Mee was sent on loan to Leicester City, where he gained valuable experience in the Championship. This move was crucial for his development, allowing him to play regular first-team football. However, it was his loan move to Burnley that truly marked a turning point in his career. Mee impressed the coaching staff at Turf Moor, and he was permanently retained in 2012. At Burnley, Mee established himself as a reliable and resilient defender, becoming a mainstay in their defence for over a decade. He's a natural leader, and he has captained the team through a number of Premier League campaigns. Ben Mee's story may not be filled with the accolades that some of his academy peers have enjoyed, but at least it's worth noting that he has roots at City. That's it for today, folks. If you know of any other players that started out at Manchester City you'd like us to add, let us know below.